What's going on, Patriots fans? Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. We've got a lot to unpack here on Overreaction Monday because, yes, the Patriots are 1-1, but they blew out the Bengals 16-10 in a shocking win in Week 1, but then they lost by 3 in Week 2 in overtime by a field goal. The moral of the story here is Patriots aren't perfect, but there's not a lot to overreact about. I think the Patriots are setting the bar pretty high for their first 2 games in the NFL. But nonetheless, we're going to make sure everybody's on the same page here coming up on today's show. So before that happens, give me your biggest takeaway from the Week 2 overtime loss. Let me know what you guys think and what's the number one thing that you're like, all right, this either needs to change moving forward, this is working moving forward. Let me know what you guys thought of the Week 2 overtime loss. Let's go ahead and jump into our first possible overreaction in Week 1. The Patriots have a bottom 5 offensive line. Unfortunately, that's not an overreaction. That's actually very accurate. The Patriots offensive line, we knew coming into this, was going to be one of the weakest points on the Patriots team. And they have done everything to prove us right in that stance. Brissett had 73 passing yards in total after the first quarter. And before you come in the comment section and say, Allie, well, he's not really a big playmaker. He really doesn't throw the ball like that. You would be right. But does the offensive line give him any time to make that decision? Does the offensive line give him any pass blocking to allow him to hit any receiver? No. And that has to change. Brissett got hit way too much. There were 2 hits in particular in the Week 2 loss, one on his arm and one on his right leg, that he got up very wonky to the point where I did not think he was going to return. I do not know how many more hits Jacoby Brissett can take before he finally has that hit that says, boom, 4 to 6 weeks, he's out. And when you look at the last 2 weeks, he's taken a lot of hits. 7 quarterback hits, 1 sack in Week 1 versus the Bengals, 8 quarterback hits and 3 sacks. And let me tell you, those Seahawks defenders were sacking Brissett. They were bear hugging him, coming up on his blind side, one where he did not know the hit was coming. They were scary sacks. And that really did hinder his performance in the second half, I do believe, because when you have 125 yards in the air, that's not going to cut it every week. I don't know what you expect from the Patriots other than the run game to get anything done if Brissett cannot throw for more than 150 yards. And I do believe it is about 20% Jacoby Brissett. He's never been that playmaker. He has done very well fighting off pressure, making sure he didn't get sacked. Unfortunately, got sacked 3 times, the same as Geno Smith this last week. But if he can't get anything going in the air because the offensive line pass block is so shit, it's going to be a long season. So my question now to you guys is, Patriots offensive line in the bottom 5, type Y for yes, type N for no, because PFF already ranked them going into Week 2 as 32nd in the NFL. Guess how many teams there are in the NFL? 32nd. Other people are seeing this, and something needs to change. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Before I jump into my other 3 possible overreactions from Week 2, I want to go ahead and tell you guys right now about GameTime. They're a sponsor here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, but thankfully, I've been using GameTime way before they graced us with their presence here at Chat Sports. The reason why I use GameTime, well, I wish I could give you just one. I have several, and I'm going to tell you about it. I love that you can see your view from your seats in a 3D panoramic view before you buy it. I do not ever want you to spend your well-earned money on a seat that's behind the pole. That will never happen with GameTime. Plus, they always have lowest price guaranteed. So not only will you get the seat that you want, you're going to get the price that you want. I love that they show you the total up front. No surprise fees at checkouts. This is what you're going to pay. This is what you're going to get. And if you guys want to go to the game very last minute, they've always got last minute tickets, and they have deals on tickets to the game up to an hour after the game starts. You're having a couple drinks, you're hanging out. Maybe the tailgate's a little bit too much fun. Go in an hour later, get your tickets, then they have the opportunity to do that. So if you guys want to go on ahead and use GameTime, let me tell you about one more thing that will hopefully make sure you go download this app. GameTime Picks makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. GameTime Picks is a new feature that filters out all the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. If you guys want to get started, download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download GameTime today. What time is it? Game time. The Patriots have too many wide receivers / targets. There's not enough time to get all these receivers an opportunity to do something in the ballgame. No. Overreaction. In fact, I think the Patriots haven't even utilized half of their receivers yet, and they are still trying to find ways to get more targets in here. Do they thankfully have an abundance of good receivers and targets? Absolutely. But they're not even touching half of what another offensive dominant team in the NFL is doing. Look at the Chiefs. They're spreading that ball out seamlessly to 7 different receivers a game. In week 1, here is who got to receive the ball from Jacoby Brissett. And take this very lightly. These are 1 to 2 receptions. KJ Osborne, Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry, Tyquan Thornton, Demario Douglas. You fast forward to week 2, and it's a completely different lineup. You only have 4 players that were receivers, and I took out Rhamondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. I wanted to show you the true receivers and tight ends. Hunter Henry, Jalen Polk, KJ Osborne, Austin Hooper. No Pop Douglas, no Tyquan Thornton, no Javon Baker. Still, the Patriots are where they need to be in terms of utilizing their receivers efficiently. It's not because they have too many receivers they can't spread it out. Gerard Mayo did say that he does want to work out a system where he does get somebody like Pop Douglas, a.k.a. the leading receiver last year, more targets. But Jacoby Brissett has no time. It doesn't matter if you've got 15 people and it's an NFL rule where you have to hit 15 different receivers every single game. Jacoby Brissett has 0 time to get something going in the passing game. Unless it's a quick slant or it's a wheel route to Rhamondre Stevenson. And we already know Brissett's not really that deep dive pass big playmaker. Jacoby Brissett. I don't know why I said Rhamondre Stevenson. You need to address the offensive line first, and then you can start to filter through your receivers. But also, let's talk about Rhamondre Stevenson here, because this is 2 games I have now seen a very efficient run game from Stevenson. Rhamondre will rush for 1,000 yards for the 2nd time in his career. That is accurate. Rhamondre Stevenson has been the workhorse for the offense, not just 1 week now, but 2 weeks. And in 2022, that was the last time he did rush for 1,000 yards in the season. All right, the first 2 games of that season, he had a combined 72 yards. Now in 2024, hopefully on pace to reach 1,000 yards. The first 2 games this season, he has a combined 201 rushing yards. If he can start off the season with 72 rushing yards in the first 2 games combined and still reach 1,000, I have all the hope in the world that Rhamondre Stevenson will ground and pound and smash mouth his way to reach that 1,000-yard mark. We know the Patriots are going to be a run-first team. Gerard Mayo said, quit asking. We're going to run the ball. You're pretty much letting defenses know every week, tackle Rhamondre Stevenson. But good luck, because we know that Rhamondre Stevenson is on a route to be a top 10 running back in the NFL this season. With the way that he has gone so far, 120 yards in week 1, 81 yards in week 2, it's looking pretty good. So now I ask you guys here real quick, will Stevenson rush for over 1,000 yards this season? Type O for over, type U for under, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am obviously O for over. But we do have to talk about the defense, right? The secondary didn't do enough in week 2. The secondary did not make enough stops to help the Patriots in week 2. That's an overreaction, man. Did they have their best game? No, but didn't do enough? Come on now. When you look at what the Patriots defense did, you go look at the top 3 defenders. Safety, cornerback. The secondary locked down the Patriots defense because the defensive line wasn't getting through their offensive line as much as I would like to. In the secondary, Kyle Duggar had another phenomenal game, 9 total tackles, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. Gonzalez, 1 pass deflection on DK Metcalf, one of the top receivers in the NFL. The secondary played their ass off. Did they go a little bit MIA in overtime? Yeah, they did. And that's unfortunate. That's something they have to get better at moving forward in the NFL. But overall, the Patriots are actually in a very good spot. I said this during the live stream. If you take that same game last year and give us last year's roster on the Patriots, it's a blowout, man. The Patriots are in a good spot. They're 1-1, but they're going to be a good team. If you guys want more information, rumors, news on your New England Patriots for free, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me.